What's happening, people? Welcome to the session. Welcome to Vedantu 9th and 10th English channel. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well, having a super awesome day, and taking care of yourselves and staying safe. And at the same time, you guys are in the midst of your term 2 preparations, because what we're here to do is basically discuss few things that can help you aid your preparations for your term 2 examinations. That is the intention behind today's session. So make sure you stay till the end, listen to all those tips and make a note of all these tips, and more importantly, start utilizing these tips in your day-to-day life, because that is what is going to help you achieve those marks, that goal that you have set in your minds, right? So very warm welcome. My name is Anoop. I am a master teacher of physics here at Vedantu, and I hope once again that you guys are doing really well with your preparations. I hope you guys have already started it. Even if you haven't started the preparations yet, again, I'm going to tell you people, this is not too late yet, because it's only the first week of February. Your exam's going to start in the month of March, April, sometime during that time. I hope that is when your exam's going to start, because there's no official word from CBSE yet. But I think if that is the time frame that CBSE has set in mind, then you have enough time to prepare for all the subjects, not just physics, for all the subjects that you have for your term 2 examinations. So I'm going to tell you a few things that can help you with your preparation, that can aid you with your preparations, and that can make it or multiply your effort 10 times, 100 times better than what it is right now, right? So without wasting much more time, let's get into those tips and tricks, people. The first tip I want to tell you is this. See guys, understanding what you are supposed to do in a particular day or utilizing your time well is a very important task, and there's no other way to know how you're utilizing your time than making a timetable. But there is few things that we end up doing wrong while we're making a timetable. Every one of us tell you, all teachers, every parent would have told you, every single, your mom, dad, they keep on telling you make a timetable and stick to that timetable. But the biggest problem is that when we are making these timetables, we end up making the timetable for too long, in the sense you do it for the next 3 months or the next 2 months or until the end of your examination. Now that becomes a little difficult to adhere to stick to. The reason is because in 1 or 2 months you don't know what's going to happen. In 1 month, in 2 months, the time frame that you have, the state that you're in right now, if you stick to that timetable, it might not be the same. Your priorities might not be the same as it was right now or as it is right now. In 1-2 months, the priorities could have changed, and if you stick to the same timetable, it's basically sticking to analog computers, or that you have all these LCD computers these days, but instead you're still stuck into that dome one. That is how it would feel like. So try not to make it too much in advance when you're making timetable, or while you're making timetable. Do it for a week, not more than that. Do it for a week. That's it. So for that particular week, what are the things that you should focus on? What are the to-do lists? What are the goals that you need to achieve in that particular week? What are the important notes that you want to focus on during that particular week? And make every week on a Sunday or on a weekend, take an hour of your time and then make it for the next week. This way you would have it's a short-term goal. First of all, it's a short-term goal. And the best part about short-term goals is that it's easier to achieve. It's not too much, it does not put too much stress on you. For example, if you're saying that on Monday, I'm going to study, I'm going to do some numericals on, from math and physics, that is achievable. Rather than saying that every Monday, every single Monday, from Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to do the same thing. That is something which puts in a lot of stress on your mind. So instead of doing that, set short-term goals and try to achieve those short-term goals. And every time you achieve a short-term goal, a bonus step is, people, do something for yourself. In a sense, reward yourself. Maybe a chocolate, maybe a samosa, because I used to give myself samosa every time I achieved this task. Now for you, it might be a different thing. I don't know if you guys like samosas. If you like samosas, then go out with a samosa. Or if you like jalebis, then go out with jalebis. If you like laddus, then go with laddus. Or if you like spinach, then please be Popeye the Sailor Man. But whatever it is, achieve whatever you achieve. Make sure you reward yourself because you feel like doing it again and again, but don't do it just for the sake of it. All right, just because don't cheat yourself, because ultimately you're cheating yourself and nobody else, because it's you. And it's just the yesterday's version of you and today's version of you. That's all there is. There's no competition here. It's just you. The only competition is yourself with what you were yesterday. So make weekly plans. Write down the top goals that you have to achieve in that particular week. What are the to-do list in that particular week? What are the things that you want to do in that particular week, or whatever it is? So on the weekends you can put some maybe do the revision of the entire week, and maybe add some sample papers. Try to solve some sample papers, and during the week you can divide the subjects accordingly. Maybe on Monday you do math, on Tuesday you do history, civics, and on Wednesday you do maybe you do physics, and then Thursday you do chemistry, whatever it is. Or if you want to do 2 subjects a day, that's up to you. It's totally up to you, but try to keep it around 2 to 3 hours a day. Try to stick to around 2 to 3 hours a day of self study. I'm not talking about doing your homeworks or attending sessions on Vedantu or otherwise. I'm not talking about that. Self study should be around 2 to 3 hours. So if you're able to manage that, that's more than enough. So you can if you're not able to sit continuously for 2-3 hours, then wake up early in the morning, sit for 1 hour in the morning from 6 to 7 or 5 to 6, and then again in the evening sit for about 1.5 hour. That way you can easily cover it up. It is not necessary that you have to sit for 2 hours or 3 hours continuously, but at the end of the day you should keep it around this and make sure that you achieve, or try your very best to achieve your weekly plans. Now this is also the time, people, where you get a lot of distractions. 10 standard, you guys have hit puberty, so your focus is all over the place. And not only that, to make matters worse, you have Free Fire, PUBG, Call of Duty, and all sorts of games that is there out there, and it's very easy to in fact, people forget about all these games. Even if you had Minecraft at this point of time, Minecraft is a game that comes out in Windows 98 and all. Even if you have Minecraft while you're studying, even Minecraft becomes very exciting. So we all understand that, but you need to understand this, people, that this is the time for you to control your mind. This is the time for you to focus your thoughts, focus on your goals and nothing else. Because there are a billion things to get distracted from. There are a billion different things to get distracted from. You can get distracted from from your crush to your game to whatever that is there around you. Trust me, when you're studying, even a rubber band looks exciting. We know that. We understand that. We've been through that. That's why I'm telling you this. All the teachers, I'm pretty sure, would agree to this, that we've all been through that. Anything at that point of time looks interesting. But you need to understand that this is not the time for you to play around with things. This is the time for you to focus on your goals. This is the time for you to, bog down and, just keep pushing yourself. Just keep, practicing. And only then you can achieve the goals that you require. Now there are few things that can help you to control. Like, for example, there are few things in iOS and and Android and even laptops that can help you to control these notifications and stuff. So for example, in Mac it's called a self-control, and I don't know what that was. Anyways, it's so in Mac it's called a self-control. In PC it's called a cold turkey, and you have few apps in Android also which would basically help you to block certain notifications from certain sites like Instagram and Facebook and or Meta, or whatever you call it as, and Snapchat and everything. So block those notifications for at least for the next couple of months, because it's important that you see. We all understand that your studies is mostly happening on phones or laptops and stuff. It's a very well-known fact, but it does not mean that you should also let all these other apps distract you or diverge you from your path right now. So try to use these kind of apps. Self-control, and for Mac, all those Macintosh people, you can use self-control. For PC, you can use something called Cold Turkey. For Android also, you can find lots of those kind of apps where you can actually block the notifications and stop getting distracted from these small notifications, WhatsApp and everything. For the next 2 to 3 months, I want you guys to stay focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is your studies, not on these kind of apps right now, people. You have all the time in the world. Once your exams are done, you can still go up to Instagram, you can still go up to and use Meta. There's nothing stopping you. You can still watch Facebook, you can still watch videos on YouTube. Nothing is going to change. You can watch all these videos again also, because none of these are going to leave anytime soon. It's internet, you'll always find it. But what you need to do right now, you have to set priorities and tell yourself that it's more important that I focus on my studies and not on these things that is there around you. Now, apart from that, guys, to help you with your preparations, another thing that you can use is some memory aids. Memory aids in the sense, if you can use some postcards or color pencils, anything to help you memorize the concepts better. Anything that you can use to memorize your concept better, please utilize that. Now, there are lots of techniques that can help you to memorize the concepts, like linking. For example, let's say you're studying something in history, right? It's not just, see, whatever I'm talking about right now, it's not just related to physics. Even for physics, okay, let's talk about physics only then. Let's say you're talking about electricity, let's say you're studying about Ohm's law. Now, you can actually link it to your day-to-day life. In your day-to-day life, if you've done any sort of experiments in your science grade, in your science open house and all that in schools, something or the other, just try to link it. There are a lot of memory aids, lot of techniques that you find out there. Utilize your time in that a little, watch a few things on this and try to utilize this in your day-to-day life, like using note cards or postcards, color pencils. And for formulas, though, you can basically make a cheat sheet, stick it somewhere that you can see. I would say stick it right in front of your bed, so that as soon as you wake up in the morning, you see that. Don't stick it near your my suggestion is that don't stick it near your study table, because when you stick it near your study table, it becomes a chore, right? It becomes a chore, because you're forced to look into it, or you're like you're forcing yourself to look into it. But rather than that, stick it on your on your mirror or on your wall, right across your bed, so that as soon as you wake up in the morning, intentionally or unintentionally, you end up looking at it, and that can help you to memorize the concepts. So I keep saying this, people, it's like this. I don't know if you've ever tried this before. Like when I was, especially in history, civics, sometimes what used to happen is that, I used to forget things, right? You tend to forget a few words, a few paragraphs and stuff. So what happens is that when you forget stuff, sometimes you would have probably noticed that your brain will automatically bring the picture of the textbook in front of you, right? I don't know if you've ever tried that before, or if it has ever happened to you. Let me know in the comment section if it has ever happened to you in your examinations. Like during the exam hall, you'd see the entire paper right in front of you, and then your brain will try to recollect what you saw. So basically, guys, the same thing applies over here also. If in case you end up forgetting a formula or something that you end up forgetting, your brain will try to reconnect those missing places and try to come up with what was there, so that you can actually use that formula and get the answer for those questions as well. So this is one of the best things that you can use, especially in math and physics. This is something that's going to save your life. All the formulas, all the important formulas, make a cheat sheet of it. For 9th as well as 10th standard students, this is applicable for anyone and everyone. So stick it somewhere that you can see and utilize it, because that is going to definitely change your life. It's something that helped me a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's going to help you as well. Now, the next tip I want to tell you is this, people. Please, it's a humble request, do not wait until the last minute, because the more you wait, the more stress you're putting yourself in. And I'm pretty sure you've noticed this, people. When you're under stress, when you're under duress, you don't actually tend to remember it better. You actually some people perform really bad under stress. Now, some people are exceptional, like they thrive under stress, but most people, like most common people like you and me, we might not feel so comfortable under stress. You might feel like you might feel very anxious. You might don't feel like you're doing your best, or you feel like you're forgetting stuff. I'm pretty sure you all have gone through this, that you feel like you're forgetting stuff, or you're feeling very anxious about your examination. So in order to avoid all this anxiousness, in order to avoid all this anxiety and stuff, please start studying early, because the more you start early, people, you won't have to by heart the whole stuff, because towards the end, your intention is it's more of you have to cover more quantity. It's not about quality at that time. Towards the end of the examinations, if you keep on waiting for your board to come up with the exam dates and everything, for the date sheet and all to come out, that is a little too late. Don't wait for all of that. Start it right away, so that you don't have to wait till the last minute and start cramping stuff. Right now your brain is a little bit more calmer because you have enough time. So start understanding the concept and start studying rather than waiting till the end, because if you wait till the end, what's going to happen is that you have to start cramping up stuff, you have to start by hearting stuff, and you just have to depend on you have to solely depend on your memory in order to ace that examination, which in most cases sometimes might not be the case. You might end up forgetting stuff, especially in physics and mathematics, where you can't really cramp up numericals and stuff. It becomes a lot more difficult. So please start studying early, start your preparations right away. And this is the biggest problem with that leads to starting late is the lack of planning. So as I told you before, make weekly plans so that you don't end up being a victim of this and curse yourself at the end of the year. Because I'm pretty sure, guys, you have gone through this in term 1 examinations. Whoever is watching this video right now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys still have this regret. Sir, I should have started at least a couple of weeks early for term 1 examinations, but I did not. And now is a chance. Now this is a chance to rewrite history. This is a chance to correct your mistakes. So please don't let it go in vain. All right. Stop wishing, start doing it, because if you just wish, it's just going to be a dream that's never going to come true, right? You're just wishing for things to happen. That is never going to come true. Start doing it, start putting in your effort. The more effort you put in, the more lucky you're going to get. So start doing stuff, start putting in your effort, and that is the best way to overcome all this anxiety and stuff like that. And yes, people, apart from this, one last thing that I want to, two more things I want to tell you is this. One thing is, please turn on your lights while studying. See, your brain generally, see, if you've ever noticed this, what to say, when you turn off your lights, either your brain is about to go to sleep, or you're about to go to sleep, that's when you turn off the lights, or you're just watching something and probably you're watching some movie and stuff like that. So your brain is accustomed to that. I'm pretty sure you've probably heard this. There's this experiment that the scientist conducted. So what he did was this. So he had a couple of dogs. So what he did was that he used to have a bell. So every time he rang the bell, he used to feed the dogs. All right, and he kept on doing this for a couple of weeks. It became a month, and then it became 1.5 months. Now, what happened on one fine day is that when he rang the bell, the dogs automatically assume that they're going to get something to eat. This is what happens to your brain also, people. Even though the dogs, knew that they're not going to get anything to eat at that point of time, they still wanted something. They were very hungry, at that point of time. That's what happens to your brain also, because you're training your brain. You've already, from the past, God knows how many years, you've been training your brain to do this, right? You either turn off your lights and watch movies, or you turn off the light and you're about to go to sleep. So please get out of that routine. Turn on your lights. I'm talking about, when I say turn on your lights, I'm not talking about, sitting in, I am pretty sure none of you guys sit in the dark and study. I'm talking about using your mobile phones while you're studying and you're turning off the lights and you're just looking at the videos as such. Please don't do that. While you're watching the videos or while you're, studying on the laptop, turn on all the lights as well, because that'll keep your brain awake a little. And, every once in a while, maybe go wash your face if you're ever feeling sleepy or something like that, or, have a hot cup of tea, or maybe a cup of hot milk or Horlicks or Boost, secret of your energy, whatever it is. Use all of these things that is there around you in order to keep yourself, keep your brain awake and, focus, while you're studying at that point of time. So there are a lot of psychological factors, like I told you before. When you turn off your lights, your brain does not really, really think about studies at that time. Your brain easily gets distracted during that time. Either you end up watching a movie, or maybe you just stop studying altogether and you just fall asleep. So in order to avoid all of that, please turn on your lights while studying as well. That is something that is going to definitely change the outlook, change the way that you're approaching, that you study, that you study on your day-to-day life, right? And finally, guys, if you get the chance, please teach your friends as well. I know there's COVID right now, so at least on Zoom or Google Meet or whatever it is, do something called as peer teaching. Peer teaching is nothing but, guys, you learn a concept and you teach your friend that concept. So when you teach your friend, it'll be a good revision for you, and you will also end up understanding the mistakes, or when your friend asks a doubt, you will start thinking about that concept a little bit more and try to clear it completely. Because there are few things, I'm pretty sure you'll notice it's like there are times when you have studied something and you feel very confident about the concept and you teach it to your friend, right? But then your friend will ask you a doubt and then you're completely confused now. So this happens all the time. So you can actually correct your mistakes way before your exams are up using this method. So do something called as peer teaching. I know COVID-19 is making things impossible to actually sit with your friend and do this, but at least on Google Meet or Zoom, if your friend is like, I'm finding it difficult to understand what is power, what is the concept of power, then teach him that. Learn the concept yourself first, practice it for a few numericals, and then teach your friend that, because that way you're also revising the concept, and at the same time you're also helping your friend, and at the same time it also solidifies the concept in your mind. This way you'll never ever forget it. Alright, guys, I know that few of the tips were actually, things that you've already heard, but there are few things that you learned over here which are actually brand new. But trust me, guys, whether it's new or old, these are time-tested tips and something that can actually impact the way that you're approaching your term 2 examinations. So my humble request, my humble suggestion to you people is start with your preparations right away. Don't wait for anything else. And yes, as always, Vedantu is always here for you guys. We are always here for you guys. So if you guys need any extra help apart from whatever you see on YouTube, you guys can always approach us and take the sessions from Vedantu also, and get yourself enroll into the sessions and basically kickstart your preparations right away. If you feel like I don't have the motivation, I'm still lacking the motivation, so I want to do something but my motivation is still down the drain, in that case Vedantu can definitely be of a great help for you guys with amazing sessions, amazing structure in every single session, with lots and lots of fun, and an interactive platform where you have thumbs up, thumbs down, quizzes, hotspots and leaderboards and fastest fingers list and stars, drum rolls and bell, basically Ganti. Then we have astronauts flying in the air, we have applause and everything, all sorts of amazing stuff is what we have at Vedantu. And to top it all off, guys, you also have an opportunity to talk to the teacher and get your doubts cleared. You can even the teacher also has the opportunity, or if the teacher feels like everyone can benefit out of the doubt, they can even pose that doubt to the entire class, and the entire class would be able to see that doubt as well. And not only that, you also have 24/7 doubt support inside the class. You have someone called as a class teacher. So in this particular class, about 88 doubts were asked, and all those 88 doubts were resolved in the class. Even outside the class, if you guys want help, you can take up the classic program of Vedantu, where you can actually download the Vedantu app and get your doubts solved over there as well. You can download all the notes, and you also get a lot of stress relief sessions and all of that. Stress relief sessions, entrepreneurship sessions, breathing sessions, all of this to help you maintain that anxiety level of yours. So what you will do is very simple, people. If you guys want to enroll into the classes, it's quite a very simple process. So since you're watching the video, first thing, skip the ad. That is the first thing you're supposed to do. And then what you will do is, guys, go to the description of the video that you're watching right now and click on CBSE Term 2 full course. Once you click on that link, it will directly lead you to this page where you can see everything for yourself. The entire course until the end of year, that is the revision, the micro courses, the entire course, all the subjects, physics, chemistry, bio, math, English, social science, all 6 subjects until the end of the year is going to cost you just 4,500 rupees. Now if you go for the year, if you go to one month program, that's basically until the end of March. If you guys don't want to go for the whole year or until the end of the examination, if you just want to go for 1 month, that would be around 2,700 rupees for all the 6 subjects, which again is a very good deal, because you're getting it's 1 month, in that 1 month time, you would have completed at least 60 to 70% of your syllabus, which again is a very good deal. So you can complete your syllabus right there and then, and you don't have to worry about, again, falling behind, or you don't have to feel that anxiety or be scared of how your exams are going to turn out to be, right guys? So that's it for today, people. That is all for today. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you guys did, do not forget to hit the like button. Okay, that was scary. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell icon as well. And if you guys want more such videos, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what are the type of videos that you guys are looking for, so that I can help you with those and maybe come forward with those kind of videos to help you with your term 2 preparations. Right, guys? So that's it for today. Stay motivated, stay strong, and more importantly, do not give up. No matter what, you guys are in the are in the verge of creating histories right now, because you're getting a chance to rewrite history all in all. So use this chance, change whatever the opinion is, of whatever opinion your friends or colleagues have. Change it right now, people. It's all about you putting in the effort. So start putting in your effort right away. And as always, we are always here for you guys. Thank you for joining. Have a fantastic day ahead. All the very best for your examinations. Use these tips. Let me know how it went out, how it turns out for you guys. Let me know in the comment section, how did it work for you guys or not. Try it for a week at least, and let me know in the comment section. All right, come back to this video again. Let me know in the comment section. I'll just check out how many of you guys have actually used it and how many of you guys found this helpful. All right, that'll be super helpful for me as well. Thank you for joining, guys. Take care of yourself, stay safe, have a fantastic day ahead. Adios for now, sayonara, and peace out. Konnichiwa, arigato, take care, see you all.